That's a quote. Adam Smasher was all caked up as he sat on her face.
Bro, he was. I'm just saying.
It's not.
And I'm imagining the Iron Legion being similar, even more caked up because they're like 3 stories tall, you know?
My man is doing like, everything's got scaled properly. So if that ass isn't, of size for 2-story tall mechs, then bitch, you're flat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just imagine how many objects you could fit in that cyber Dumby.
Are you telling me that the Iron Legion has the highest variant of the prison pocket upgrade?
Yes. Now you made me imagine that scene from oh god, what's his name? Ace Ventura when he crawls out of the Rhino suit, but it's an Iron Legion. That's a cursed mental image.
It's
I
an
don't want
Iron Legion crawling out of an Iron Legion.
Oh my god.
to. Bro, Iron Legions give birth to other smaller Iron Legions.
Bro, Metri Astral Legion more.
This is the alternate timeline.
This has been a good cold open.
Fuck,
This has
bro.
been a very good cold open.
Can't wait to meet Cairo's direct rival. Is it too late to get a rival?
I mean,
You
feel
won't
like
get
you
the
can
money
always
for
make
it, but
one.
yeah, you
I
can
don't,
always
I don't
make
need
one.
the extra money for it. I just want a
You can
rival.
always make
now.
one.
Alright, yeah, I'd like to make a rival.
We can do that afterwards, I guess.
Yeah. Do your intro.
Hello and welcome to discussing the genitalia of mech suits, episode late 70s, early 80s. I'm your host, Ronald Reagan. Ban assault weapons. Arg. Pizzagate. Was that him? That was him, right?
No, that was.
Why did
that
you
was
argue
Nick
like
with
you were a
Watergate.
pirate? What?
little known Ronald Reagan fact. He was a Somali pirate before becoming president.
But that's how he won the election.
Known libertarian Somali pirate Ronald Reagan.
Yeah. Anyway.
He works for the people, you know?
Yeah, bro. He's like a Robin Hood. God.
Does that mean Robin Hood was a libertarian?
Oh, for sure.
Anyway,
Last time.
today on on political alignment of prominent historical figures.
Yeah. Last time on Dragon Ball Z Kai, our heroes took a job, as per usual, from an interesting fellow, a young man, who needed their help to get his recently retired desperado bodyguard back on the payroll. And so, with the skillful application of some fame abilities, some lucky rolls, some unlucky rolls, in my case, the group managed to convince this desperado, nicknamed Bearclaw, to go out to the middle of nowhere and shoot some cartel members. So they did, rather easily, minimal damage,
Yeah.
and the group returned, got their little bit of money, and then the young boss, the head of the estate, was like, yes, I have a job for you, Mr. Bearclaw Man, but also the rest of you can feel free to join if you want. And you were all like, sure, more money. And so you have been hired on to serve as a security to accompany this young estate patriarch, whose name I totally remember, and have. His name's Alan Gaines. That's not his name. That's the dead guy's name. His name is Edwin Sharp. I knew it was like Ed something. Edwin Sharp, as he supposedly will be negotiating for the end of a feud between his family and some other estate. So, that being said, you all would have gone back to your various hotel rooms. I will say that Mr. Sharp, recognizing that you all have somewhere else to be, he would pay for your evening's stay in your hotels as part of the courtesy. of delaying your
Is there
trip.
quick question?
Sure.
Is there like any like what time do we finish with like bringing the guy back to Sharp?
I think it probably would be in the evening sometime, like 5 or 6 o'clock.
Okay, cause I want to get Cairo a pair of cowboy boots.
I mean, this is K4. You can order like literally anything online.
Yeah, but I want to get one of the like OG pair.
Anything you say.
You mean like
Anything.
a collector edition's
Like
cowboy
an actual
boots?
handmade one.
Can I get a
Handmade
mail
one.
order bride?
Oh, bro, that would be so sick for Oid. I don't know what Oid would do with that, but
Now I'm just imagining you like mail order Dapper to Lone Star so he can make you cowboy boots. Which he would be willing to do, honestly. Dapper's kind of that kind of guy.
yeah, Dapper just goes like, "Wait, you
I've been
ordered
the
me
whole
for
time."
Yes.
this?"
But yeah, I guess if you want handmade anything in K4, it's gonna be a hard thing to find. So, that'll take some doing.
Mm.
Some exploring, perchance.
Perhaps.
I mean, surely if there is a handcrafted bootsmith over here, I imagine they still have some type of ad somewhere in the deep corners of not the industry.
I mean, yeah, they would still have like presumably like a website or something. It would probably have to be something like Dapper's facility because Dapper does do a lot of. I mean, he does almost only custom jobs. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
True.
So here I go, I guess, looking for a cobbler.
Well, my uncle's a cobbler, so if I got the guy for you, he's a Texan though. It's a shame. He's very
damn.
Italian.
An
Damn.
Italian Texan, huh?
An Italian Texan cobbler.
Papa da boopy. It's a me, Texan cobbler.
It's a me, Giovanni.
Honestly, that sounds like a soup, the Texan cobbler.
Texan cobbler.
It's a me, Giovanni Brigiuto. I'm a Texan cobbler. I'm named after food.
So what is my success rate of looking for a person that can...
Well, how are you looking for this person?
I don't know. Should I make a perception check? Because I was gonna say either online or look for like actual ads.
Go into the phone book and find Texan cobbler.
Bold of you to assume that there's such a thing as a phone book.
I mean, there
It's just
probably.
digital.
I mean, yeah, it'd probably be like a. I don't see why there wouldn't necessarily be a digital version.
Somehow, some way, the yellow pages always survive.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a website called the Yellow Pages.
Yeah.
I'll look there then. I guess. I suppose.
Okay.
The website known as the Yellow Pages.
Yeah.
Is this a canon now?
No, they would have to be called something like the sunny letters, to be legally distinct.
Sunny letters.
But yeah, you can give me, I guess, like a perception check.
Nice. That's an 8.
An 8, you say.
Yes.
And
An Ocho.
and 8. All right. Well, it's later in the evening, but I will say that you are able to locate something that may or may not match what you're looking for vaguely.
Mm.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So you do some looking on the sunny letters, and yeah, you find like imagine it's like a massive online directory that just like gives you like a link to the website of, you know, wherever, like whatever you're looking for, like a library database, but for businesses. And eventually, you know, you do like the advanced search, and you're like, okay, I need like a high level luxury, the you know, craftsman, cobbler, handmade, small business.
A bootsmith.
Yeah, the bootsmith. And yeah, eventually you do phone. It takes like a half an hour, which is a long time when you're in the Matrix, but you do manage to find something that seems to match what you're looking for.
All right, let's look into it.
Okay. Let's see. The business would have to be called like. God, I'm trying to think of a pun. And I have one in my head, but it's not very good. Which is kind of the point of a pun, but what I have in my head is the cobblestones, but it's 2 words. See, that is a bad pun.
You had the whole squad laughing.
Yeah, really. Tough crowd, guys.
Not funny, didn't laugh.
I mean, hey.
I mean, it works, I guess.
Yeah, it works.
Unfortunately, there isn't a name generator for cobbler.
So
I just heard about that.
Shop name generator.
You're kidding me. Bruh.
What?
There is.
Well,
There are name generators for cobblers.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's actually fantastic. I love that.
God. They really do be having name generators for everything nowadays, huh?
God, first name generators and now AI. What's next?
Let's see. Which one of these sounds like a nice country bootmaker shop? That one's pretty good. I'm sure this has to be also a real business, because this is just like, this is too obvious to name if you're an actual
I've got
cobbler.
one. I've got one.
What?
Sold out Shooniverse.
Well, mine's similar.
Why? Why would you do that?
Mine was similar. I got just Soul, but
Oh,
Soul.
I also have here. There's 2 here. The Country Soulmates, and then the one directly under it is Foot Candy Feet.
Oh, there's a piece of soul, happy soulmates. I don't know. I think just soul is better because, I don't know. I mean, it'd be better if it were in New Orleans still, and that would be a more fitting name. But I think you're still like in the vaguely similar, you know, Gulf Coast area, so it kind of works.
Oh, kick-ass shoe rack.
But yes, so you find this directory information for this like dude who runs like an incredibly high-end boot making, probably more general like leather making if I had to, you know, realistically, but because this is Texas and like, you know, IRL cowboy boots are like an actual like a culture. It's like a thing. It's like sneakerheads are here. So
Yeah.
that's a more serious
So,
topic.
Kyro, you gonna get a 10-gallon hat with it too?
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
a
I
huge
could.
belt buckle and like a Doug Dimmadome hat and.
I mean, Kyra already has like one of the ridiculous.
Oh
ones.
my God, Kyro, but
Cowboy?
no, take Doug Dimmadome.
Owner
But
of
then
the goddamn dome.
alter it to look like Cairo. Like change the color scheme, put a jackal mask, and boom,
I
Cairo's
thought
newest look.
my first thought was it's just Cairo, but like he's short, fat, and like the snout of his jackal mask is obscenely long.
Oh,
Yeah,
I had a
that's
similar
exactly
idea.
what I was thinking.
It's like the jackal mask, but the ears are just like 5 feet tall.
And every time Cairo's in frame, they get taller.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll never see the top of the hat. It's like, oh, we got an aerial view.
He
Oh
just
no, we
keeps
just
getting bigger.
crashed. We hit the fucking hat.
Yeah. It's like using quantum mechanics. You know, when you try to observe it, it acts differently than it should. So when you observe it, like it's
Position
bigger.
Gallon hat. Well, what?
Quantum
This is
tunneling.
K4. It's gonna happen.
Quantum tunneling. Jackal ears.
Yeah.
God.
But yeah, so you find this business. Do you want to go there? Or do you just want to like order them online and be like, hey, I'm gonna come out and pick these up?
I think it's more appropriate to go in person.
All right. So you go in person. You go down to downtown Lone Star, and
How's the night scene here?
the night scene. Noir.
Is it really?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was the whole point of Lone Star, just to be noir like.
Yeah, it's not quite as like. I mean, it's probably more. I don't know. Rhinestone is a city that never sleeps, so it's like constantly happening. Lone Star is a little bit quieter at night. There's a little bit less traffic. People aren't so.
Or is it one of
busy.
those? Is it one of those places where you can hear your feet, like hit the floor? It's not
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, like just, even though it's just like a one of the biggest cities in the Midwest, if not the biggest city probably in the Midwest.
Calming.
It's yeah, it's considerably calmer than you guys are probably used to the point we probably have like trouble falling asleep because you realize you need the sound of the
Noise.
cars and the honking and people like, hey, I'm walking here.
So this is like kind of unsettling then.
Yeah, to you guys it would be ghost towny because like there's just massive buildings and none of the lights are on and like there's barely anybody walking around
Dead
and
by, like 5.
there's like tumbleweeds crossing the street instead of people. It's very strange.
They're actually waiting for the lights to change.
Yeah. Instead of just sprinting across like an 8-lane major road. God, I hate New Yorkers.
All that Dodge car.
Playing a Frogger in the middle of broad daylight, I'm telling you.
Best way to live.
People actually get in trouble here for jaywalking.
Yeah. You see one guy do it in like a copped quantum tunnels next to him, taps onto the ground. Stop resisting! But yeah, so you make it to this high class, custom, leather worker boutique, for lack of a better word. And yeah, I mean the lights are still on, despite the
Like how
late
big is
hour.
that?
I mean, this
Is it
particular
like-
building is like dead. I mean, it's on, it's open, but there's nobody inside besides like this very old man with a spectacular beard.
So like, is it like mom and pop shop size? Like,
Probably a little bit bigger than Dapper's store, only because this guy does more stuff than just like
yeah,
suits and dresses.
he does the full like leather work. outfit.
Yeah, he'll build you a whole outfit from tip to toe.
I like that. All right, yeah. Oh.
Words.
Yeah, because I
English,
want to
do
make
you
sure that
speak
I'm not rude upon entry.
All right, so you
Oh,
crip walk through the door.
Honestly, you should just play the audio clip of your spurs clicking, even though you don't got spurs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, I'll go in
All right.
Sure, without the spur audio.
without.
Ah,
Wow.
I'm looking to get spurs, not
My spurs, they jingle, jangle, jingle.
yeah.
Jingle, jangle. Anyway, alright. So, yeah, so you walk into this very quiet, it's pretty large. It's still only, one story from what you can tell, but it's very wide. And there's, a ton of, empty space, which is also very strange, because everything in Rhinestone is, hyper clustered together and cramped and crushed.
There's a lot of breathing room here.
Yeah, it's plenty of breathing room. There's it's very nice, quiet, country music playing over unseen speakers. And behind the counter is this dude, this old man, probably in his like mid to late 60s, and he has a spectacularly well kept beard and like curly mustache.
Ooh, I love it.
And he's got like a nice, like like the old fashioned, like dress shirts with like the puffy, like arms, like the bands to put like cigarettes around your forearms and your upper arms. He's got that on, and he has like a nice, a very sort of like reflecty vest on with like a pocket watch chain, sort of looped around the buttons. And he's just kind of standing,
man
like
is going to be the Lone Star equivalent of the Huang family for me. I can feel it now.
and this old guy is just kind of like standing behind the counter with like a bunch of like nails in his mouth, as he has like a boot upside down on like the they have like a effectively like a cobbler's anvil, as best I can describe it.
Yeah.
And he's like tapping in the nails into the sole of another shoe. And you like walk in, and there's like a ding ding sound that plays. And he looks up and he's like, well, I'll be right with you. One moment. And he like
Of course.
takes like the nails out, and it's like one after this, boom 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 boom, smacks him into the boot, and he like puts the boot like under the desk.
Oh, I was gonna say, while he's finishing up on that, I'll take a look around.
All right. Yeah, you can take a quick glance around. It's pretty spacious. There's entire outfit sets on like mannequins and stuff that all appear to be, if not custom made, incredibly well made anyway. There's like leather jackets, there's boots, there's shoes, there's hats, there's belts, a ton of belts, and like bracelets and like leather jewelry, all kinds of stuff. He's even got like holsters and like sheaths for weapons, custom sheaths and holsters and everything like that. He's got like fun leather worked accessories for like cyberware, so like custom joint covers and stuff like that, or patches to put on clothes. A little bit of everything. Anything you can make with leather, this guy's pretty much got.
So, I know what I'm gonna get now, because I'm not just gonna get a pair of boots.
Right, and he puts the boot under the counter, and he's like, my apologies, what can I do for you?
No worries. I'm looking for, a couple of things today. I'm interested in getting a new pair of boots. And I'll pull out the ye old, naval revolver. And I'll say, I'm trying to get a nice holster for this.
And he's like, all right. And he takes a look at takes the pistol from you and like sizes it up, and see that he has a cyber eye that kind of flickers to life, and probably notes down the measurements of the object he's looking at, so that he can like instantly tell how to make the specifications of the dimensions of the holster.
Yeah.
And he like looks at you, and like a hologram projects from his eye to like measuring tape your waistline, and like your shoe, like your foot size, and like all this stuff, like
That's
like a laser
cool.
grid. And then the beam retracts, and he blinks. He's like, all right. And I assume you're looking for something custom, otherwise you wouldn't have come in to me.
Of course. Everything I saw about your shop was raving reviews.
Like, well, in that case, I'll see what I can do. Do you happen to have any preferences? Materials, color, style?
For the holster, I'd say a darker leather. Something that fits the profile of it.
And he's like, all right.
More of an honorary kind of holster.
And for the boots?
Something classic with a touch of modern.
And he's like nodding and stroking his beard. He's like, I believe I can work with that just fine. Well, my initial pricing for both things combined probably be and he's like looking around. Probably I'll say $1,000 for the two of them.
I'll take a second and I'll extend my hand out. You got yourself a deal.
And he shakes your hand as a deal. For reference, that is double the price of a normal pair of even like expensive cowboy boots.
Yeah, it's K4. I'm used to those kinds of prices by now.
Honestly, I really thought you were gonna go, man, he's so nice. Let me just give him an extra tip. I really thought you were about to do that.
I was gonna say I'll pay him like 1,500 as like a tip.
Wow. So I think you probably. I was thinking like, well, you're probably gonna be like a couple hundred for the holster, and then probably like $750-ish for the boots. Rounded up, even 1,000.
Yeah, that's fine.
That'll do. And he's like, all right then, come by. In a day or so, and I ought to be mostly complete with everything.
Sounds good.
You have a good man.
You as well. And then I'll head back to my room.
All right. The evening arrives. Night comes and goes. You all take a nap, wake up, do your normal everyday morning routines, and then comes the meeting. You all receive a message from Mr. Edwin Sharp himself, directing you all to head out to a resort, basically, on the edge of Lone Star that sits right on the water of the Gulf of Mexico, which is, a couple of hours drive from your guys' current location, because Lone Star is bloody huge. So, you all, I assume, will make your way over.
Absolutely.
And, you arrive at this 5-star resort that makes even something like the 6 cylinders from back in Ryanstown look mediocre.
Oh.
And, you guys are directed to what is essentially like a greenhouse. Or like an indoor kind of botanical garden.
Oh.
And it's this big, like long glass building filled to the brim with vibrant plants, and there's like little like caged off areas where they've got like birds and like different insect species and stuff like that. And the concierge brings you guys through this kind of winding maze of plant life until you kind of run a corner and you see there's like kind of like an indoor sort of like patio almost, but that's kind of separate from the plant area but is still contained within the glass. And there's a single table set out here, a very nice engraved metal table, and a couple of very nice cushioned chairs. And sitting in one of these chairs is Mr. Edwin Sharp, and sitting next to him is your good buddy Bearclaw, the Desperado. And the concierge who led you all here bows silently, walks out, and he gets up and is like, glad to see you all are here.
Glad to be here.
the other party should be arriving fairly soon. And
while we're going over like the like just waiting, I'll look over the room to make sure there's no tampering or whatnot.
okay, yeah, you get the feeling that these families picked this location specifically because of the glass walls, so that, like, you know, as a kind of mutual, if something is going to happen, we're going to see it coming kind of thing, as like a literal and metaphorical means of transparency, and neutral ground, because it's not on either of their properties.
Smart.
Yeah. So, you know, Edwin's like, so, yeah, the other party, they are the Finley family. They ought to be arriving relatively soon. But y'all don't need to worry yourselves too much about any of that. Just, you know, stand around and look pretty and look intimidating. And if the Finleys or any of the boys they happen to bring in for their protection, if any of them make even so much as a twitch in the wrong direction, I give you all full consent to blow them away to next Sunday.
I'll look to everyone else in the team and I'll be like, oh, alright.
Like, you know, this is a negotiation, but I'm not looking to die. And I don't
Fair
trust
enough.
these folks as far as I can throw them, and I can't throw any of them very far.
Understandably. Makes sense why you hired us for protection now.
But I do, you know, I don't believe anything else y'all need to be too concerned about. Just keep an eye out. See anything suspicious? Let me know, of course. You know, you all got Bearclaw back, and I trust him, and he trusts y'all, so that's good enough for me.
Sounds good.
And then he kind of takes his seat and waits for the other estate family to show up.
Alright, yeah.
So, do any of the rest of you do anything before the other family arrives, or just waiting it out?
They were just waiting it out at this point.
What view does the windows give?
You can see out into the Gulf of Mexico. You can see out, like, basically there's like this greenhouse, and there's probably like 100, 150 yards of incredibly, impeccably manicured, you know, country club lawn. And there's like a little fence, the beach, and then the Gulf of Mexico. And it's beautiful, nice, bright, shiny day. You can see like the sailboats and stuff out in the water, because you guys are in the rich part of the Gulf of Mexico. The opposite
Nice.
side from Louisiana, so it's not polluted
Nice, I
or
think
covered
you're
in
onto
garbage.
something. I'm gonna take a look out at the water
Okay. It's,
and see if there's anything out there.
I mean, there's like, you know, sailboats, speedboats, a couple of jet skis and stuff from people staying in the resorts, having a good time.
Are there any like lingering?
I mean, there's bound to be a few boats that are trolling, fishing, or like you can see a couple of them are like yachts, like huge yachts, of course, that are, you know, full of people partying on them and stuff like that.
Any building nearby that have a
Vent.
decent? Yeah.
Probably just the like the main building for the resort you guys are currently in.
Hey, wait, we're not in that building currently, right?
No, you guys are in a detached building. Out the back.
Ah. Okay. Okay, then.
I would say I want to use my sniper skill, but I probably would have brought my sniper with me.
I didn't bring mine either.
What was that?
I didn't bring mine either.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna take my camera on my phone and just start zooming into the bitch.
Yeah.
We gotta make do with what we got, brother.
Okay.
Truly, the wonders of modern technology.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, at least you can blend in doing that. Look like tourists in a tourist area.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
imagine going to like a restaurant and be like, oh look, they're taking a picture of the building, and you look over, it's like, why the fuck do they have a sniper out? What?
Yeah. Like, I'm enjoying the view, leave me alone.
Forgot to
Actually,
bring my binoculars, so I brought the next best thing.
actually, could I activate Ra?
I mean, you're indoors, but if you were to go outdoors, yeah, you could.
Just like open up the window or some shit. And be like, alright, there you go, bro.
Is
Goodbye.
that a
Chuck him out the
possibility?
window, just right through a sky, like.
I've always wanted to test this out.
Because Ra has a little thing on my car. He's like in the trunk.
Are you
essentially.
saying you're gonna pop the trunk and then let him out?
Yeah, because he has a basic processor, so
Did
that
not
means
know
I
we
have
were
to
in a
pilot it.
hostage situation.
But yeah, he's got a basic processor, which means I have to pilot him. So.
I mean, it's fine. You'll be fine. You're not here yet. We're just doing some patrolling.
Oh yeah. That's why I was asking, would it be possible?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, cool. I'm gonna do that then, because I would like to look and see what's out everywhere.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna check by the beach first.
Alright, so you pop Raw. You have him fly over the beach area. You don't see anything particularly of note, just some people tanning, some families building sand castles, children digging large holes as they're wont to do. Nothing of any real interest.
Alright. We'll move over to the bay.
Okay. You probably couldn't go that far out, but you know,
Well,
not far
not
enough.
like,
But
because he's got telescopic vision, so
oh yeah, yeah.
keeping it relatively close, but like using the telescopic vision to look out and see if there's anyone aiming anything at the window.
I mean, I won't make you roll a check for this. You've got plenty of time. You have him scan the bay with his telescopic vision, and he does not pick anything suspicious up.
I think I'll make one more sweep before I bring him back to the trunk.
Did you do the top of the building?
No, not yet. I'm about to. I'll have him do the floors of the building that are in line of sight.
Okay.
Because if I was a sniper, I'd like to have a vantage point where I'm looking down at my target and they're not facing me.
Okay. Yeah, you swing Raw around the building, look over the roof and stuff like that. And he picks up the resort security, because of course this is K4 and everybody has to have security. But none of them are like, you know, aiming a sniper rifle at you guys from the rooftop.
Oh, okay, good.
They're all just like patrolling the ground floors with like sci-fi MP5s and stuff.
And there's no one like directly outside of where we are.
No. You get the feeling that you know, the family has probably paid this resort a fair amount of money to leave them alone. At least for the
Alright.
moment.
Alright, sounds good to me. I will put Ra back in the trunk. Before the meeting does start, I will take the moment to look up
All right, you look up. There is
and like check the skies and everything.
there is a Death Star above the resort, and
That's no moon.
Oh no!
Oh, I should have made the no moon comment talking about Iron Legion's butt. Dang it! That would have been so good. Opportunity missed. Opportunity missed.
You should have saved it for the outro, brother.
Dang.
Now people know that you missed it.
Yeah, but like, you know,
This is what editing is for.
I don't edit.
Yeah, we don't edit.
Sounds like a you problem.
It's for the
It is.
animator edit.
future
Mhm.
animator.
All those employees on our non-existent payroll.
Yeah.
Future animator, come back to this and animate me being squashed by a mech right now.
In the middle of the
Uh,
podcast.
A
Yeah.
neck with a fat dumpy, perhaps.
Yes, it has to be
Perhaps.
equivalent in size. It is not hyper, it's just size equivalent, alright?
To Adam Smasher caked up.
Yeah. But yes, you look up, there aren't any, like, drones or anything besides Raw. There's no, no helicopters hovering overhead with a bomb placed precariously out the side or anything ready to drop it on you.
Not yet.
Not yet. Alright, well, Rock can go back to the car and chill out.
Alright. So a few minutes later, I'll also assume that Oid is using his ninja body. 'Cause he needs to be
Yes, sir.
Scary. So, a few minutes pass, and like a golf cart rolls up outside, and these like two ancient-looking people get out of the golf cart, escorted by a couple of scary-looking dudes in trench coats and cowboy hats.
Are they scarier or less scary than we look?
I mean, they look more serious than you guys. But
Well,
unnecessarily
scarier.
scarier.
Bonus came in with his Hawaiian button down.
I mean, it's hot, bro. What do you want?
Yeah, you're right. I would have shown if he said look pretty and intimidating. I
I
would
mean,
have
we've also got
so brought my dress.
the K4 equivalent of Adam Smasher here.
Your bonus has
I
got
keep
his like
forgetting
Hawaiian
that,
shirt.
that Oid's ninja body is like the equivalent of Adam Smasher right now.
So are you telling me that Oid now needs to do what Nox did in earlier episodes?
And just land on someone? Yes.
All right, Oid. I'm telling. I will
You need to
yeet
get
you.
Oid caked up.
I will.
Double cheeked.
First,
sorry, Oid.
first Robo Ninja
We have different
upgrade.
plans for that Robo Ninja.
The group's
When we're
down
done,
bad.
it's all yours, but until then,
Yeah, but I mean, I could do that. I don't know if I could pick up Oid and yeet him across to the other family, but you know, we don't know
That's
until I try,
special to
right?
Killer robot.
That's a special move for sure. That's
Yeah.
illegal somewhere. You can't
Yeah.
throw your robot like that. Shut up.
shut up, I make the rules.
Just shut up. Shut up. But yeah, these two dudes that walk in with these two ancient old people. They're like roughly equivalent to Bear Claw in terms of sheer scary aura. But they also look, more professional than Bonus in his like open, loose-fitting Hawaiian t-shirt and like his fully brandished Deep Desert Eagles.
Cringe.
I mean, Bonus is wearing his like dress pants, his like khakis. He's semi-formal.
Khaki shorts.
No, not khaki. Khaki shorts are cursed. It's wear
As
jean
if the
shorts.
rest of this isn't. But anyway,
Buns and jorts?
Bro. Bonus and Daisy Dukes, we're bringing it back.
yes.
He also has cowboy boots on. Oh my god, he's the gay cowboy now. That's the whole gay cowboy outfit.
Bonus
Bro,
to
we
cowboy
gotta
clothes.
take a visit to Ram Ranch after this.
I was gonna make that joke. I was gonna make that joke. He turns to Sharp and he's like, "You ever heard of a place called Ram Ranch?"
No, what is it? Well,
The guitar starts playing.
I'm naked cowboys.
18 naked cowboys. at
Ram Ranch. But yeah, these two serious goons and the serious old people walk into the botanical gardens like the sort of a bad joke. And the old couple, they sit down across from Edwin, and they've got like those old people scowls on their faces, as they do. And the two goons kind of stand behind the old people, arms crossed over their chests, scowling as they do at you guys.
I don't know why. I just thought of something when you said that.
What?
When you said like the old people scowls, for some reason I thought of like that famous painting of like the two farmers.
Bro,
So
so
like
did
they're
I.
both doing the reverend scowl.
Yeah. I thought of that same painting. But the dude in that painting is the reverend, honestly. It's just him pre-priesthood. Anyway, reference nobody but us will get. So, the old people and Edwin begin to have their negotiation. And Edwin's like, well, I'd like to, yada yada yada, enough blood's been shed, we need to bring an end to this feud once and for all. We gotta bury the proverbial hatchet. All that stuff. And the old people are like kind of casual, like, they're like agreeing, but only kind of barely. They're like nodding their heads, and they're like, yes, we agree. There's been a lot of violence on both sides, and it's been going on for far too long. And then Edwin's like, yes, now that I'm the new head of the family, I figure it would be better to make friends and not enemies, etc., etc.
That way we can all make money.
Yeah. He's like, war is bad for business. And all that. And, the title of business, the old people are like, correct. Money is good, indeed.
We like that.
They do like that.
Business, numbers, and money.
I'll keep my eyes on the bodyguards.
All right.
If anything, I think I'd try to look for like any glares off in the distance, so I can pull a Mr. President.
Unless you tackle Oid and not the guy.
Yeah, look, all I'm saying is Oid right now technically is more expensive than he is, but net worth probably not.
Good.
Well, in any case, I think I'll do due diligence and watch our backs in the literal sense.
It just fucking rotates 180.
Gotta love a good 180 rotation.
Okay. So, you're all kind of keeping an eye out in all directions. Up, down, left, right, front, back, northwest, east, south.
AB, up, down, up, down.
AB, up, down. Square, circle, square.
Up, down, left, right. BA start.
Yeah. And, the conversation continues. Are any of you, how much attention are you guys actively paying to this conversation?
Oh, actually, I feel like I would, because I'm looking for a sniper, Clint. I am interested in how these old folks decide to deal with feuds.
I'm watching people at the table and around the table, so I am paying attention. Yes.
Okay. All right. So as you guys are kind of hearing this conversation progress, you start to pick up on the very specific manner in which Edwin is talking to them. He's I don't know. He makes it seem mostly effortless, but like, I don't know. He's speaking in a very purposeful, very calculated manner, and some of the things he says seem to be taken as like insults by the old people, but not like enough of an insult for them to say something about it yet. Like when Edwin's talking about, oh yeah, violence is bad for business, he mentions that, like, the Finley family, he's heard the Finley family have been suffering financially recently, as like a how you're poor, and
He's playing with a little bit of fire.
yeah. And like they kind of like people kind of like twitch when he comments on that. And he keeps talking back and forth. And over the course of like the next 5-10 minutes, Edwin sort of worms in these little slights into his comments, kind of backhand compliments and sort of corporate double talk nonsense speech.
So we noticed this, right?
Yes.
We have like an open comm line with Edwin, I'd assume.
Well, not with him, because he was currently talking to the family, but you would have an open comm with Bearclaw, who's standing like, 10 feet from you guys.
I'll come over comms to Bearclaw, and I'll be like, is throwing some of these subtleties at them like a good idea?
Bearclaw's like, I don't know. I've never been to one of these before. I've only ever made feuds worse. Never been to end one.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Well, let's hope that this continues to go smoothly.
So yeah, Edwin, slips in some comments about how the Finley have a smaller estate than his family does, and how their business has been doing worse because of the feud, yada yada yada. And at one point, the old woman sort of speaks up, having presumably gotten a bit tired of these sort of subtle backhanded compliments, and sort of sneaky comments. And she kind of calls him out a little bit, and is like, well, you wanted to call this meeting, and yet you sit there doing nothing but making baseless accusations and commenting on things you know nothing about. So are we here to settle this, or what? What are we doing? And Edwin's like, oh yes, of course. I know. And he's like, oh yeah. I'll get right on that. I'm sure you old timers have to get back to your afternoon nap kind of thing, And they take a little bit more offense to that than the previous comments because they are old, and that's how that works.
Yeah, but afternoon naps are fucking cool.
I mean, yeah, but like being called old isn't cool,
Yeah. I'm really starting to think that this is a new you for Edwin.
And shoot him in the back of the head. See?
Feud over.
Feud over.
But yeah, Civilian's like, well, since you insist on sitting there and wasting our time, we'll agree to end the feud, but only if it is written down that we won. Because you came to us wanting to, come to the negotiating table first. So that means that's an admittance of forfeiture, basically.
I'll vocal to Bearclaw and be like, is he gonna take this deal?
Bearclaw responds back with the shrug emoji. Because he can't shrug in real life. And the Philly old man is like, yeah, and you need to pay restitutions for all the damage you caused to our business. You used to be twice the size of your family until your great grandpappy got involved. And then it all went downhill. Edwin's like, I will not do any such thing. We didn't start this fight. I'm just trying to end it. And like trying to end it, and they get to like mindless bickering, basically.
I so badly just want to like slam my hand on the table and be like, listen here. and not come here to listen and all this stuff. And I'm like, is that a good idea? I say overcome.
Well, it was either that or I was going to, like, talk to Edwin aside.
I really thought you were about to pull a family bill. You'd be like, oh my god, is that...
the old people are like, oh my god, is that Cairo?
I could pop Aura of Glory right now.
We should leave that as last resort for comedic
So
effect.
stupid.
It is
Yeah.
stupid, yes.
Yeah. I might. Is it possible for me to send Edwin a message?
I mean, yeah, you can send him a message. You're not sure if he'll see it, but you can send one to him.
Yeah, I'll send him a message and I'll be like, let's try to negotiate on that. Maybe their price is a bit too steep, but try to like talk them down.
And you know, they kind of keep bickering back and forth. Bonus sends Nox an invitation to play pool. In augmented reality.
Is bonus not taking this seriously?
I mean, he's standing like he's not visibly doing anything. He's just standing there with his arms crossed, like the other two goons, not moving. But in his mask, he's playing AR games.
How's that water looking, Nox? Or the perimeter? Because I know you were looking at the perimeter.
I mean,
That perimeter.
unless Kode says anything, it just looks fine.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
However, I will definitely accept that AR message for pool.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we gotta keep, the important things going on,
Yeah, man. Gotta stay entertained. Like, it's not your guys' job. Bonus retired from being a corporal. He doesn't get paid enough to put up with this nonsense. He's just here to make sure nobody kills each other. Well, because he makes sure nobody kills Edwin specifically.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so the two sides, like, well, you did this and you did that and yada yada yada, and they keep kind of bickering back and forth, blaming each other for various expenses that have been accrued and various costs and setbacks and insults and whatever. And then like at one point, Edwin like slams his hand on the table and he's like, yeah, well, you two killed my parents. And then the two old people are like, collective gasp. The two goons do not gasp. They're bored, like you guys are.
I cut in though. I go.
Two goons are also playing AR pool.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah, for sure.
It's a fucking duos pool.
Oh, you're all playing Uno
Yeah.
against the goons.
Yep.
God. I mean, that probably would happen. This is Lone Star. The mercenary culture here is very tight-knit.
Lackadaisical.
Well, it's not like days ago, but like everybody knows each other. Because there's a lot of mercenaries in Lone Star. It's a very well-organized mercenary culture.
Bear Claw's playing with us.
Oh, for sure.
He's like mumbling to himself since he doesn't have like sub vocals. He's like, damn it, +4.
Yeah. He's like, oh, what do you mean you can't put a +2 and a +4? God damn it.
Fuck this online.
New
Oh shit. Back in my day.
Back in my day, we played Uno the right way.
There was no stacking.
What's this 7-0 BS?
Oh god. That is only doable definitely in AR, bro.
Oh yeah. God.
In real Uno and K4, if you play a 7 or a 0 and switch hands with someone, you can get shot.
Back in my day, if you had too many +4s, I'd shoot a man.
There's only 4 +4s in this deck.
Is that a +2 up your sleeve, I see?
You cheating me?
You're cheating the cards, boy. God. I can see that happening, too. Like the 2040s Lone Star. Oh, yeah.
But I feel after the gasps, I'd just clear my throat, but where the fuck did this nail come from?
In character comment.
Knox coughs up a nail.
I believe it. How much
Sorry,
melon
I ate
you
nails
got?
for breakfast.
Yeah.
I ate nails for breakfast without any milk.
Another round of gasps are on the table.
Yes.
Yeah, so,
But have they been bickering for like an hour or something?
no, they've been bickering for like 10 minutes. And then Edwin's like,
That's
you killed my parents. and the family's like, well, how dare you make such a baseless accusation? And then everyone's like, it's not baseless, it's based. And they're like, what does that mean, whippersnapper? And he's like, it means that you're dumb.
And I couldn't remember.
Honestly, it would be pretty funny if I wouldn't call them cringe during this negotiation.
You're not sick nasty at all. You're cringe.
You're cringe. You're not red-pilled.
See, that's the difference between you and I, old timer. Is that I'm based and you are cringe.
God.
Bonus moment. But yeah, so everyone's like, oh, I've got plenty of evidence. Like, the Lord is my witness. And they're like, what? Don't bring the Lord into this. And everyone's like, oh, you killed my family in an underhanded way by using a mercenary to rig their vehicles to explode. You cheating, no good, yellow-bellied, insert comically long string of Texan insults here.
With
Would
appropriate
now be
gasps.
the time-
Appropriate
would
to everyone.
Time for that aura of glory.
I mean,
can
I will say it won't work on the old timers.
You can wait.
Yeah. I'll wait it out. I'll wait it out.
I'll go. I'll be like, I can understand the frustrations between the two parties here, but did you not both agree to come to a conclusion for this feud in a peaceful manner?
And both sides kind of like begrudgingly nod in agreement.
Good. Now, I believe.
Excuse me, I have a +2 to get back to.
I have a stack to finish. And like, no!
Yeah.
Oh.
If you don't mind me, I'll finish this Uno game in peace.
It turns to bonus. No.
Bonus is like, I have 32 cards. Please don't.
Don't worry, bonus. I'll finish it. Uno.
No.
And it's one of those like moments where you just had the same card twice, so you stack on
Oh,
it.
yeah, it's like on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus weeps on the spot. I'm
Damn.
so good at Monopoly and Go Fish, but terrible at Uno.
Oh shit.
It's a good thing we're not playing 6-man chess.
I think Uwe would have an unfair advantage, seeing as he's literally an AI bot.
I
He's a-
work to the 3rd dimension?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, like 5
Just
feet.
imagine. Fucking
Good.
bonus accuses me of like botting, and I'm like, that's racist.
You're totally using Stockfish 80.0, and you're like racist. That's discrimination.
God.
Stockfish was my cousin.
How dare you talk about my great grandpappy like that?
Not another fucking feud.
God.
I'll go to them and be like, now, either you two make up, or this is a waste of time. You don't need to be killing each other. And instead, how about you be helping each other? I get it, you want reparations for whatever the hell his ancestors did back in the day, but how would you feel if someone accused your kid and said they need to pay reparations for something their ancestors did? Hmm? Hmm?
Pretty damn good, I think.
You're the one losing money.
Wade's still talking about the Uno game, gonna be honest. Wade's like whole expansive super AI intelligence is being dedicated to this Uno game right now. He is 80 moves ahead in simulation right now.
You just hear the fucking fans start kicking.
Nah, bro. Oid's for sure water cooled. He's just steaming from the ears.
Honestly, I could believe that.
bloodied mask.
But yeah,
Yeah.
one of the Finleys, the old man, looks at Edwin and is like, "You're so crooked. If you swallowed a nail, you'd spit up a corkscrew." And Finley's like, and Edwin's like, "Oh yeah, well,
Ooh.
yeah, well, yeah, well."
Nice comeback.
I cough again. I go, you're both crooked. Who cares? Just make up.
I think they do a lot.
I mean, yeah, I know they do, but I'm the one getting paid.
This could be a situation of asking the Sharps how they make money or make their money, and now the other family makes their money.
Okay, I mean, you could do that. You could go ask.
So I'll come over and I'll ask Edwin. Well, if I might impart, how do you make your money?
Asking who?
Eat.
I'm asking Sharp.
Sharp looks at you, and he like scowls at you, and he's like, "Now, whose side are you on exactly?"
I'm on yours. I'm just trying to find common ground.
And he squints at you, and he's like, "You don't got horns holding up that halo of yours, do you?"
Not at all. But I think we all speak the truth when we say we want a peaceful resolution here.
And he just like stares you down, contemplating whether the guy was asked this question. And like, well, my industry is public knowledge.
And I'll turn to the others and
Damn,
I'll
that
ask
is such a
the same
corporate answer.
thing. And while I'm asking them, I'll be looking up how they both make their money.
Sharp will say that his family makes money from livestock, and
Okay.
the Finleys say that they make money from large-scale agriculture. Farming.
Well,
This
hold
seems simple.
on. Mhm.
A simple trade between livestock and farmland because, well, you can't keep farmland alive without livestock. And
You know,
you can't
yeah.
keep livestock alive without farmland. Simple trade of resources. That should settle this.
He puts it like that.
I think
It-
the Finleys, like the two of them extend a hand towards Edwin to shake, because they're not happy, obviously, but at this point they kind of just want to like leave, and be done with it.
They've got an afternoon nap to get to after all.
They do. And Edwin looks at the two of them, and he like goes to take the handshake, and he stops halfway. And he's like, "I just want the two of you to know, I don't want your money, and you don't want mine. All right? Can we be honest with each other for the first time in however many years? This isn't about money. Not really. What have we been talking about?" And like the two old people look at each other and they're like, "Well, yeah, it's not really about the money." And then everyone's like, "See?" And looks back to Knox and Cairo and is like, "See, you two, nothing to worry about. Wasn't the money that was a problem at all." I'm like, no.
Carefully pay attention to whoever's moving right now. This is like dramatic effect for
Yeah,
someone to get fucking
Yeah,
shot.
this is absolutely like the moment where Edwin begins his whole villain spiel.
And everyone's like, "No, of course not. It's not about the money. Never about the money. That's not how these things go. I know you folks aren't from around here, but money's kind of, well, it can be second fiddle to familial loyalty. Ain't that right? And then the Finleys are like, yup. And everyone's like, so, with that in mind, I don't think we need to discuss anymore about these restitutions or reparations or taxes, tithes, tariffs, however you want to put it. Instead, I think we need to discuss the real elephant in the room. And we're not talking about bonus. And Melissa's like, huh? And everyone's like, no, the real problem, the real topic at hand.
I say during his thing, I'm like, fuck. Like other folks like, fuck. Do you think he knows we were playing Uno?
The real elephant in the room is how you all didn't invite me to your Uno game.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
I think if this is going where I think it's going, we might have bigger issues than that.
What do you mean bigger issues than that? Did you not hear? Bonus is 32 cards.
The other goons are kicking our ass, guys. We gotta get back in the game. We're being embarrassed right now. No. But yeah, and when it was like, no, the real topic at hand is how the two of you are such low-down, dirty cheaters, you'd have to look up to see hell. And the two old people like jump from their chairs, and it's like, oh, that's it. And then the two goons behind them, like, start moving. You don't know what they're moving for, but they start moving. What do you guys do?
I'm going to grab Edwin and spin him so that I'm in front of him.
Hold
Okay.
on. He said bonus?
No.
No, Edwin, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Edwin said bonus.
did he?
No, I think
I
that was a
think so.
joke.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a
before that
joke.
was a joke. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
was-
how
that
the
was a
fuck does bonus get into this?
How does this guy know bonus? That'd be an epic. That'd be a real epic plot twist. Come out of the farthest left field.
But yeah,
Alright,
no,
well-
I will drag him out of the seat and spin him so my back is to the guards and he's by the door.
Okay. So you just you pull that maneuver. The other two of you.
I think if I see the goons start to move, I'm going to run at them.
Okay.
What else is his body for?
All right. I mean, I'll say that you're really fast. So, like, running up to them is only like a 20-foot gap. So you can get there, you know, in half less than an instant. A New York minute, perhaps.
Efficient.
Yeah. So, you know, you just charge one of them. Knox, what do you do?
I'd say charging the other one would probably suffice. Because we don't want to make them bleed just yet, if it's at all avoidable.
Okay.
So you're just gonna charge the other goon?
Yeah, just like tackle. That way, you know, everyone's on the ground.
Okay.
I mean, in reality, I really want to just like flip over the table, like, yeah, but if this is just like words and everyone is just like, I'd rather not have someone pay for a flipped over table.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, Bonus will extend his shield, and like he'll kick the table over,
Nice. All right. Let's go.
and then he'll extend the shield out, and he'll step in front of Cairo. So there's two people in a ballistic shield between Edwin and the goons, and Bearclaw will just draw his two sci-fi Colt revolvers, his KE revolvers, and
Get down, Mr. President.
yeah, he'll just like aim at them. Okay, I will ask, Nox, are you actively going to try to tackle the other dude, or are you just gonna like rush towards him?
Nah, I'm committed. Like, I don't know about you, but there's a fucking. I'm a Hulk of a woman. sure, I could stop on a drop of a penny, but they don't know that.
Running like a space marine over here.
I don't think you understand, man. This
Okay,
guy's
linebacker.
about to get fucking checked so hard.
Gonna spear charge him. Ugh.
He
All right.
will, in
Roman
fact,
Reigns.
see
It's the
God.
female Roman Reigns.
He's coming from the top rope.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, in that case, Kyle, you can roll me 1d10 and add your agility, which is 8. And then I will roll 1d10 and add this guy's agility to see if you can avoid being tackled.
Alright.
You rolled in total a 12.
Oh, well. Oh, this poor man. It really sad that he's getting. I got a 10. This man.
A4.
Ugh. But with a lot more of a run up, like a
Yeah.
30-foot run up. Okay, so Nox just like it's this Mexican standoff is mid formation. This just blurry mass just zooms past two of them on either
God.
flank. He just tackles. But Nox, grabs dude around the waist and just spear charges him into the ground, and he goes down. Oid, what's your plan when you reach your goon? Are you gonna tackle him, or just cut him in the face, or punch him, or
I'd say hold the blade near
Batista
the
bomb him?
neck. That's usually a good. It's usually a good deterrent from making any mistakes.
Yeah, I think once I reach him, I'm going to draw my sword, but I'm not going to make a strike.
Okay, so you draw your sword and just like hold it to his neck, and the goon draws a pistol and holds it underneath your chin, and then the two old people, they draw guns and aim at Bonus and Bearclaw, and Bearclaw aims at them. Bonus aims at his guns at one of them, and Nox, you're on the floor wrestling with this guy, while everybody else is Mexican standoff with each other. What do you have this guy grappled technically? So what are you doing with him?
I think if anything, I'd want to get the advantage of being on his back, and get what the fuck is it?
I'd say control the arms.
I mean, from us standing, did we notice any cybernetics on him?
This guy does have a bionic arm and a bionic eye. His buddy has maybe a bionic leg and like a HUD visor. This dude's
Alright.
got an
Then,
arm.
if anything, I'll take like his robotic arm, probably do an arm bar behind his back, and like do a nice chokehold. Arm behind back, and chokehold his ass.
Mm.
If anything, if you want to go further, I'll just do a triangle choke on him.
This isn't too late to like salvage.
What? Oh no, that's why I'm doing the arm bar behind his back and like wrapping my other arm around his neck. Cause
So Edwin's like okay, right?
Yeah. The two old people are like, oh, that's it. We're done with your stinking negotiations. We're gonna sit there and
I'll pop
yada, yada, yada.
Glory, and I'll like walk out with my hands up. I'll leave him behind Bonus and his tower shield, and I'll walk out with like my hands up, and I'll be like, all right, tempers are high. Let's all holster our weapons. Have a seat once again, and come to a nice deal.
Okay.
There doesn't have to be any killing here. Like I said, this can still be salvaged. I will now make my charisma check.
All right. Make it flat because you would have disadvantage. So your advantage gets canceled.
Oh wait, I need to make my fame check.
Oh,
That's
yes,
right.
of course.
That is a 9 on the fame.
Ooh.
And now I go for my charisma. That is, oh baby, a natty.
All right. So the two old people slowly lower their guns and the second goon, who has the gun pressed under Oid's chin, like just kind of like side eyes Oid, and whispers under his breath. He's like, "You're the one who plus forward me."
I think at that point, when he says that, and I'm gonna, turn on, I will like pull back the face plates to reveal the skull
skull.
face underneath, and I'm gonna, in my robot voice, say, "And do it again."
The guy's like, ugh, and like lowers his pistol slowly.
So
All right,
now,
I'll drop the sword. Well, not drop it, but
now that we all know that everybody came here to play nice, let's just take a breather and come to a nice turn.
I need my notes. My notes reset.
Oh dear.
Not reset, but like have to find them again. I have a very long list of Texan like sayings and slang that I've been reading from this whole time. If you couldn't tell, because believe it or not, I do not speak fluent Texan. Let's see.
Unheard of.
I know.
Could have fooled me.
Let's see. I don't know if I have a specific. Alright, I don't. What a shame. Alright. So the Finleys, they slowly holster their weapons, and everybody kind of calms down for a bit. The bonus keeps his shield up, just until the guns
Everything
are thoroughly away.
reset.
But he does holster his deagle again, and then right as the Finleys are like about to put the guns in their holsters, Edwin jumps around the side of Bonus and points to the two old people, and jeers at them again. And he's like, "I'll never forgive you for what you did to my family, you low down dirty rats."
I'll turn to Edwin and I'll be like, "You don't have to forgive them. Just make a deal with them to leave each other alone." You can passively hate someone.
Haro knows all about that.
If it keeps you from death, and it keeps them from death, and keeps you both in business, there is a deal to be made.
I really want to make a comment, but it would be very out of character, so I'm not going to do it. How would he respond, though?
If I wasn't wrestling this guy on the floor, who I'm now not wrestling as much anymore, I would just like grabbed him by his collars. I'm like, "Listen here, I did not come here to kill people.
Not trying to get banned from Lone Star.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get banned from Lone Star, alright?
Yeah, that is true.
You make up, or both you are gonna be seeing hell from down below. You understand me, boy?"
That's like...
Okay, well I think when you say that, Edwin's like, "You don't tell me what to do," and he grabs one of Bear Claw's guns and he shoots at one of the old people.
Can I try to grab his
Oh,
arm
we're getting banned
before
from
he
Lone
gets the
Star.
shot
We are
off?
definitely getting banned from Lone Star.
Can I grab his arm?
Not before he gets the shot off.
Can
Level
I-
3 anyway. He misses.
I'll grab the gun.
Right, yeah, so he, blam, and as soon as he pulls the trigger and like the fire goes off, you just like grab the gun out of his hand. But luckily the bullet whizzes past them over Knox's head and like smashes one of the windows of the greenhouse. And and everybody pulls their guns again. Just back to the Mexican standoff.
I'll turn to Edward one more time with, like, me providing him as much cover. I'll be like, look, I'm willing to take a bullet for you here. Alright? In the literal form. If they start shooting, our job is to body block you. So please, I don't feel like getting shot today. I'm sure you don't feel like getting shot today. I don't think anyone here wants to get shot. We just need to hold out, and I'll like dust them off. Come to a fairly reasonable decision where you two parties leave each other alone. Do you have any backup plans?
Alcohol.
He's gonna send a message. A silent message. I'm gonna text this person separately.
Oh.
Make it
Oh, dear.
mysterious.
The Mysterium.
Oh, so mysterious. So I just like call Xanthor and be like, bro, your boy is too heated. Oh fuck. So quick question.
Uh-huh.
You sure we don't want to get banned from Lone Star?
I am very sure I don't want to get banned from Lone Star.
Like on a scale of what we're getting paid now and 15,000 colliers, how sure are we talking?
Does it involve you needing to shoot me?
That'd be hilarious. But no. You're on the right track though.
So who do we need to shoot?
I'm just asking you personally.
I don't feel like getting banned from Lone Star.
Is that a
I
group
also-
consensus?
I also have things that I need to do after this.
I mean, I doubt we're gonna get banned from Lone Star.
I'd rather not get run out of here or turn anyone into an enemy.
By the way, how much are we getting paid again?
For protecting
For
him?
I think it's 5K, right? You get paid 5K for the getting Bearclaw back.
Yes.
I think it's another 5K.
Okay.
Which is a lot
God,
of money
this
if you're
is
sitting around
rude.
doing nothing, I should add, but you know.
This is really tempting.
What is it?
Well, it's money, of course.
That doesn't tell me much.
I'm purposely not telling you more.
Yeah, this message was to Nox specifically.
Or do I?
It's tempting.
I'd rather not get self-inserted into another blood feud.
I mean, you won't be self-inserted. I'm debating if my character will do this now. Oh boy. Oh boy. I kind of want some more talking to happen. This is.
Okay, so yeah, I'll you know. So Nox receives a strange text message that's not Uno related for the first time in an hour, and you know, Kairo's like, oh, he's gonna put a straight face, yada yada yada. Do you have a backup plan? And Edwin's like, fine. And then he like walks past Bonus and like plops down in the chair, even though the table is still knocked over. he hasn't put it back up right. And you know, the Finleys have their weapons aimed at Edwin, but Edwin does not seem to be perturbed whatsoever. And, you know, everybody against, it's slower than normal, so than the last time, lowers their weapons, and Bonus, like, grabs the table, and is like, sorry about that. And he, like, backs up, having kicked the table over for nothing. And an even more tense silence fills the room as the Finleys slowly holster their weapons, and the other guard lowers his weapon, and Oid lowers his sword again, I assume. And, you know, Bonus
Yes.
is back. Bearclaw picks his second pistol up, and will keep them lowered for the moment. What does Nox do with this dude you've got in this, like, armbar chokehold?
I mean, I do kind of need him to be off me, so, you know, I'll slowly dust him off too.
Alright, so, you know, let go, and, you know, the two of you stand up slowly. And the tense silence rests on the room, as neither party really knows where to go from here. I mean, you know, it's pretty clear what Edwin wants. The Finleys, at this point, no longer know what they came here for. And now nobody is satisfied.
I mean, there is the last thing that I said about the negotiations, where they could trade farmland for livestock. Or, well, produce for livestock, I should
By the way,
say.
is this place bought out?
What do you mean, like the greenhouse?
Yeah.
Yes, the greenhouse. The greenhouse is totally empty except for you guys. Although I think at this point, like, some automated, like, robots would have come over and, like, cleaned up the broken glass and like replaced the window that Edwin shot out.
So the last negotiation that was put up was the goods for livestock. Right.
Edwin and the Finleys are both like, yeah, well, we don't really care about the money.
Well, I wasn't bad. I think Cairo would step back in and be like, I don't think it's about the money. I don't think it should be about the money. It should be a sign of cooperation. Working together gets you more money in the long run and keeps both of you alive. So would you rather work together and alive, or against each other and dead?
I think.
Should I make a charisma check? Disadvantage?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Highest was a 10, lowest was a 7.
Okay. Alright. So I suppose, after you know, finish explaining that, you know, like, the families are like, so you're suggesting we do this as an olive branch. It's not about the money, it's about the symbolism.
Absolutely.
I see, I see. And the Finland's like, well, we're not happy about it, but in our best interests, despite that which has transpired here today, we feel that may be amicable.
I'll look over at Edwin.
And he's like tapping his his like fingers on the table. And he's thinking. Would he take this? I think he's like, well, if we are to use this as an olive branch, I suppose that would not be the end of the world.
Kyra's going to let out a major sigh of relief.
And everyone's like, but if we are going to make this a time of resolutions and celebrations at peacetime, why not go all the way? It's one thing to settle our differences with middlemen and trade-offs and, all kinds of business deals that, aren't personal. They're very, very distant, very separate. We need something that, bridges the gap between our two families a little bit more than that. So I recommend, as part of the reparations you so preciously seem to need, I offer to hold a grand feast in which all of our families can come together and settle our differences with conversation and over some nice meals and to celebrate our new but temporary business dealings. And the Finleys kind of huddled together in hushed conversation, muddling this over.
That's risk.
Sounds like a red wedding waiting to happen.
Because that could absolutely go south. Like, yeah, this is out of character. That could absolutely go south.
Yes, Nox is also sending a chat to all of you.
That could very well go south. Very quickly. I'm going to leave the decision up to you. Because you're the one that received that message. All I can say is, if you do, there will be consequences. I am certain of that.
What do you mean, bro? Since when have there been consequences in Cave
Every time. Literally every time.
No, I'm not sure about the rest of you, but I think for once I shall actually put in some input. Crazy,
Oh.
I know.
Mark the calendar,
Um,
gentlemen.
Personally, as you can imagine, Void does not particularly care about the value of human life, being, inhuman and all. That being said, you would like not to get banned from Lone Star. No, this isn't like a banned from Lone Star tier event yet, I don't think.
Yeah.
I would also not like to be pursued by,
Anyone.
whatever family these people have whilst we're here. So, for a measly $5,000 for that kind of heat, I don't think is worth it.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay. I think Bonus will also butt in. Again, mark the calendar. And he will offer that, judging from how Edwin has been acting and his offer to host this quote-unquote feast, it's likely there's going to be some kind of violence at some point. But in the situation where you guys killed them now, at least you'll get money out of it. Whereas if you let Edwin's feast happen, you guys will be long gone and won't make any money when whatever, ballroom blitz happens at that party.
Then it's none of our concern. Plausible
I mean,
deniability.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, sure, violence is gonna happen if we let him put on his feast, but at least we won't be on his payroll then. You can just walk away.
We are not targets in that scenario. Bonus.
But you also don't make any money in that scenario.
That's too
I mean,
bad.
hey, if Bonus
Please,
wants to go to that,
5,000.
feast, he certainly can, but I'm not gonna show up.
Bonus. It is only 5,000.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Bonus will agree that, only 5K per person isn't worth it.
All right.
So what do you do, Nox?
If it was 50,000 each, that'd be a different story.
Jesus. That would cost
Yeah.
enough money to buy a house.
Yeah, that'd be what, 200,000?
Yeah.
50,000 each way? Yeah.
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 Well, even more than
That's-
that if you include paying Bear Claw. So 20.
That's the
250.
cost of me getting banned from another city.
But how do you know it'll get you banned, though? That's the
Because I call it a hunch.
Like, my goal is to get you guys banned from literally everywhere. Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have to make your return trips, though. That's when you get banned. But yeah, Nox, what do you decide to do? You've
What are you
heard
doing?
the votes of your companions.
Wow, Nox has died.
Well, what a shame. Tragic.
Tragic. I guess we'll have to shoot them ourselves.
That's fun. But was that another rocket launcher? Or just point blank
It was
for the whole
hidden under
party.
the table this entire time.
Yeah, bro. He taped it there though before the meeting started. Never even noticed.
There's a small drawer in the table.
He pulls out a full RPG from the paper thin drawer.
Alright, Nox, what say you? Nox.
Oh, you know, I did just realize.
You were muted that entire time?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Oh, this is the video. Okay. Anyways, when you're talking about the rocket launcher, it reminded me of this video I'm about to send in the main K4. It's like the second part of it, essentially. But yeah. Um. Well, I'd have to politely decline, cause making 15,000, 20,000, cool, yes. But if the group don't have my back in a heat scenario, that is not worth 20K.
All right. So you politely decline.
I politely decline, giving the reason of the heat is not worth such a risk. And then, to make it better, I go, if it makes you feel any better, you'll be making more money out of this.
I'm not sure she should have said that, but it's already done.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, you know, if he wants, I could give him a handy in the back, I guess, you know.
No, he's a good neo-Catholic boy. All right.
Thank God. I was really hoping he'd not say yes. Only Daddy Zanny, as one says.
Oh, God.
That's gonna be his rapper name.
Daddy Zanny. Daddy Zanny.
Oh,
Yes.
that's cursed. Okay. So yeah, so when you send that message to Edwin, saying like, yeah, you know, sorry, thanks but no thanks. Edwin's face doesn't change. He doesn't react, even though you assume he read it. And then Finley's come back. Actually, no, I'm gonna roll a check.
In this meantime, though, I will text Xantho. I'm like, bro, I'm so glad you don't have a feud, and if you do have a feud, don't tell me about it.
I was like, well, I mean, I have many feuds, but the biggest one, you guys melted on that guy's front lawn that one time, so.
Yeah, you know what? This is true. That was worth it.
That was pretty funny.
That was company sanctioned, though, so that was, you know.
Exactly.
The Finleys come back, and they reject Edwin's proposal for a feast, but they still agree to the exchange of goods. And Edwin's like, great, I'll take it. I want to go home.
I think we all want to go.
He's upset.
And you know, they all shake hands, and you know, the Finleys like get back in their golf cart outside. The goons send you all AR friend requests on Cyberpunk Uno.
Yeah, I'll accept it.
Oh, of course.
Guys.
I mean, if I'm being honest, that was partly the other reason why I wanted to make sure it was okay with everyone. I'm like, I think this is the first time I've played Uno with another goon.
I mean, I got a +4 for that guy again.
You did say you'd do it again.
Yeah, and as they part, they send you all messages just like, "Are that bonus guy really bad at Uno?"
Yeah.
I definitely would text back and be like, he's better at poker.
I'll send a message. He's even better at Monopoly.
And the goons are like, next game, next game.
Oh no, you didn't know the trap.
Yeah, this is what happens, bro. Now you suckered them in, thinking that bonus is bad at games. I was gonna destroy them at Monopoly. Like you destroyed Frank Fuel. But yeah, so they all leave. And Edwin looks at all of you, and he's like, great. Here's your money. Leave. And then he's like, come on, Bear Claw. We have cows to pick. And then he just like walks away. Bear Claw's like, hey, if y'all are ever back in Lone Star, ever need somebody to go drink it with, or play, maybe not Uno, but when you kind of suck at Uno, maybe like pool, but like IRL pool. You know who to call, your old buddy Bear Claw.
I'll shake his hand and I'll be like, sounds like a plan.
Like, have a good one. And then he follows after Edwin.
Find out later on, he never washed that hand. He is canonically a fan of mine.
He is. But yes, you all receive the standard 5,000 collars.
Okay, now I can go pick up my boots and
mention-
holster.
I was almost very quickly to just pop a cap in both of their heads.
Oh, I know. That's
If
why I
we're
texted you.
I was like,
We're not for the vote.
oh, 15,000. I'm like, oh, but the boys, they're going to be like, how could you do that? And I'm going to be like, money, that's why.
Then when the kill squad shows up, we're all gonna walk away.
I mean, yeah.
You don't want us, you want that guy. You want her, not us. Leave us alone, please.
Hey, I got us into the last one. It ain't my turn.
I know, that's why I'm avoiding it being my turn.
Exactly.
Now it's gonna be Oid's turn. He's had it too good for too long.
What are you talking about? That's hearsay.
God. And to think, you cheat in chess.
Alright, I'd say it's time we get ready to go.
Yeah, you pick up your boots. They are very nice. They're not very flashy. They're not like Ryan's Town boots or like bonus shoes that like glow and like light up and stuff. Yeah, these cowboy boots are sleek. They're modern, but they're still like, you know, old-fashioned. That they've got like hand stitching in it and like nice patterning and stuff. Steel-toed, of course. And the holster is you know, made of a nice dark leather to match the rest of your clothing.
Kairu's gonna immediately put on the boots, finding them to be a perfect fit.
Ooh.
And was 1,000 the entire cost?
Yes.
I'm going to tip this man an extra 1,000 for the
Okay.
exemplary work.
And you're like, well, dude, Claire. Mighty kind of you, stranger.
Absolutely. Your work, perfection.
It's like, well, here, have a complimentary cigar. And he gives you a fancy cigar.
Much obliged. And I'll shake his hand.
He shakes your hand. It is a firm grip.
Well, if I'm ever back in Lone Star, I will make sure to pay you another visit.
Look forward to it. Pleasure doing business for you, sir.
Of course. And then, I join the rest of the convoy on to Arizona.
Leaving behind a very displeased Edwin Sharp, a confused Bearclaw, and some very, very lucky old people. We will call the episode there.
Alright. Well, if you enjoyed the debacle of the century, leave a like and a comment down below. Would you have done it any differently? Would you have taken the shot? Put it in the comments. And we'll see you next time on Quest for the Core.